Mohammad Rizwan was in terrific form as Pakistan ended up beating Sri Lanka to ensure that they went 2 wins out of 2 in the ICC World Cup before their mega clash against India. He hit a good century, said some very nice things about Hyderabad's hospitality and the fact that the fans at the stadium looked to be supporting cricket, which meant that they were not only cheering for Pakistan but also for Sri Lanka. And it all makes for very good hearing. And unfortunately though, one thing he did after the match can very well end up superseding all of the good stuff that he did. And not through necessarily any ill intent, but due to a simple flouting of what has been a clear-cut ICC norm, and truth be told is very much a norm now throughout any international sporting event of repute. Don't mix cricket and don't mix politics, or don't mix sports and don't mix politics. Don't put the two together. It is expressly forbidden by written rule, not just in events like say the Olympics, the FIFA World Cup, but now even so in ICC events. Unfortunately, Rizwan ended up putting out a tweet after the match that, truth be told, could potentially land him in a little bit of trouble and ensure that he's standing on the naughty step as far as the ICC is concerned. What is that tweet? Well, let's not really beat around the bush and go over what it is he said. He starts his tweet with, "This was for our brothers and sisters in Gaza. Happy to contribute in the win. Credits to the whole team and especially Abdullah Shafiq and Hassan Ali for making it easier. Extremely grateful to the people of Hyderabad for the amazing hospitality and support throughout." All of this is perfectly fine except for that very first line. This was for our brothers and sisters in Gaza. Now, this in itself by default makes it very much a political statement, one wherein he is pretty much commentating on the entire situation that is currently taking place at the Gaza Strip in Palestine, but where you can note for a fact that there is pretty much a war that has erupted between Gaza forces as well as the Israeli forces. Now, regardless of how it is you may feel, and this isn't a video to talk about that because it is a complex, multifaceted issue that cannot be simply airbrushed or airstroked away with one right, one wrong, and so on and so forth. Simple fact of the matter is this entire tweet is very much political in nature, and that is why it may very well land him in trouble. I mean, if you go back in time, there's plenty of precedents for that too. You remember 2019, MS Dhoni had an army insignia on his wicketkeeper gloves, which caused a lot of furor because there was talks that the ICC had asked him to remove it, and that he was not really keen to remove it, and it eventually became and snowballed and became a massive issue. In the end, Dhoni did what was supposed to be done and removed it from his glove. In fact, if you go back all the way, even in 2014, Moeen Ali, this was whilst playing test matches against India itself, wanted on his wristbands to sport stuff like let's say it was free Gaza, pray for Palestine, these kind of slogans, and he was not allowed to put them on his wristband. So there is plenty of precedence if you go by past instances whereby you are not allowed in any ICC sanctioned match, which would of course be pretty much any match, international match that takes place in the world of cricket. You're not allowed to put out any sort of a political messaging or anything that can be interpreted as political messaging. In Dhoni's case, it was seen as a flouting of the rules due to the very simple fact that he took no permission before putting that insignia, and even if he went to seek permission, probably would have been denied because it would have come under items that are forbidden. Similarly, in the case of Moeen Ali, he had taken permission or seek permission, was denied the right to do so, and therefore did not sport them on his wristbands. But Rizwan, well, he too could very well be staring at ICC sanctions in this case because it has taken place. The message has come about not only during an ICC tournament, but also has come about in social media, which we know is a platform now that the ICC monitors very, very clearly. In fact, it's written into their code of conduct. You would remember that during the ICC World Test Championship final, when Shubman Gill was out caught rather controversially by Cameron Green, he put out some disparaging social media posts where he said that no, it didn't seem like it was out, and he too ended up getting hit with a fine. So it's pretty likely that Rizwan too will in fact get hit with at least a reprimand, if not an outright fine. We don't know what the situation might be like in this case, but he is in a little bit of hot water due to something that, truth be told, could very well have been avoided. Now, I'm not telling anyone how it is that they want to feel about the entire situation. That's not my place to judge, but within the remit or within the context that Rizwan finds himself in, that is being an international sports person playing in a tournament regulated by an autonomous body in the ICC, it would very much make sense for him to abide by the rules of said organization. And one of the rules, rightly or wrongly you can debate, but the rule is a rule at this point, that you should not be mixing sport and politics, and that anything with a political inclination needs to be avoided at all costs. Unfortunately, Rizwan has not done that, and that means that you could very well be staring at some sort of, let's say, a rebuke, a reprimand, maybe even some sort of fine for Rizwan in the not so distant future. Now, what are your thoughts on this entire matter? You can let us know that in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment as well. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go right ahead, check out some other videos we've put out, and stay tuned. Plenty more coming your way on Sports Today. For now though, from my side, it's bye-bye.